You're listening to MRP, the Metal Robot Podcast.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to the studio, the Metal Robot Studio.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, thanks thanks for coming back. Last time you were here was for one of our sister podcast, Influencers of Metal.
Yeah.
We were talking about like what we've been listening to at the time, and also getting into Pokemon.
Oh yes, of course.
Lots and lots of Pokemon.
Oh God, that was something. I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Yesterday, and I actually found the shirt. It got buried in my my pile of clean laundry, and I was like, oh shoot,
Hey, I remember that.
There we go.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I mean, I learned very quickly trying to edit 4 people in the same room is very interesting in the podcast realm. But
yes,
yeah, it pushed me to my limit, but I'm glad for that. So, but thank you. You're welcome back to the show, and you've got another album ready to go here, Harrowing. I mean, I remember hearing for years after Martyr, after Worlds Away, that you were wanting to do something more heavier.
Yeah.
You wanting to do something that blows out the speakers. And lo and behold, I think you definitely did that. I don't think I was properly prepared for that. So, but what dark being willed this version of Schoolcraft into existence here?
Oh gosh, it was definitely Rocky's fault.
Just blame Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky
he's not here. So.
Yeah, no, he's the best. He started sending all these like heavy riffs. Like he teamed up with his buddy Brian Cook, and they just started, sending me all these like really heavy, dark, menacing riffs, and I'm like, okay, like I can get behind this.
Yeah.
And then I just think like I'm one of those people, I can talk through anything, and I can see like I can rationalize things, especially with therapy and like whatever I'm going through. But like, I think it's true when they say I don't know who they are, but when they say, you don't really know healing until you've experienced that, like that layer of rage. And that's where it hit. It was just like, oh no, like I'm really angry about this. Like I theorized and thought my way into like feeling a little more stable, but like until you process that emotion and get it out of your body and talk about it and alchemize it into art, at least for me, that's when the real healing happens. And that's like pretty much how this one came to be.
So this is like sort of like your own therapy session is this album?
Oh, every song.
Oh, every song.
Forever.
Yeah.
But this one was like, this is like the rage room.
This is the rage room. Just the smashing of plates and TVs, like everything.
Taking a bat to everything.
Taking a basically.
Yeah.
Oh, I still got to go to a rage room at some point. I hear it's very cathartic.
Yeah, I've been meaning to. I keep telling a lot of certain friends, I'm like, we should go together, but then we just never do.
Yeah.
That's just adulthood, just making plans and then like never actually solidifying them.
I mean, welcome to adulthood. You've completed the checklist.
Yeah. Like we should do this. Never makes plans.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Spirit Box was also mentioned as one of the like influencers for this, and I saw in the promo descriptor that it was also for fans of like Ice Nine Kills, which I think
who put that in there. That's probably because of my producer.
Probably, yeah.
No, I am nowhere near Ice Nine Kills. I'm not like that. Like, I don't find a part of fandom, like, or nerddom, and then, like, make it my whole personality and identity and music.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the goth, you know what I mean? But, like, I couldn't just, like, I don't know, like, I feel like my version of that would be, like, books, like, goth books, and then just, like, every song is, like, gothic, like, a Mary Shelley, and then, like, a Byron, like, you know what I mean? Like, no, like, I couldn't do that. That's... No,
that's fair. But I still get a lot of those like metalcore influences in here with the heaviness. I got to ask this because you mentioned when you were here for influencers that Spirit Box was on your list of listens. How much of that was part of the writing process during that time? Like, were you still writing the album around that point?
And I think, because Brian wrote the song Vague, and that one is definitely the song that we pulled the most, like, Spirit Box influence from. I just did my thing over top of it. But I really love Spirit Box because they are such innovative writers. And Courtney, not only is she a great vocalist, she's also such a poetic lyricist.
Yeah.
And, like, it's something that you can go back to and really, like, you don't have to think about it. It just tells you have your own life experience that you can attach to it. And then, there's Courtney's attachment to it, but then there's somewhere in between where it's just like art. And you can just appreciate it for what it is. And I think that's what makes a great artist. I just like for me, Spirit Box, like they are their own thing. They're very genty, progressive, like metalcore.
Yeah, yeah.
But they remind me of bands I love, like Korn and Gojira and Evanescence. And there's another one that I keep forgetting. But I feel like those kind of
like the 2000s new metal days kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
totally. But they're doing like their own thing, and there's a lot of vision and care there, and I respect the shit out of that, because I think some people completely just get complacent in their riches, and they get lazy, and they like just start spinning the wheel in the sense of like they have same song-itis. They're not really pushing themselves to experiment and do something new. And I have a lot of favorite artists from like 20 years ago who have been putting out new albums the past while. And I'm just like, that's after all these years, that's like all you have to say. Like people, we can tell connection never lies. Like if you're not connecting to an album, something's going on there, because you're like, well, you just made this for the hell of it, for funsies, or like to make money, and you can feel that when the album comes out that way, right? Where I feel like Spirit Box, like yes, they are very business minded, but at the same time, I think they just leave it to their manager. But at the same time, there's a hunger there to make art, and that's where that connection comes in. It's just like I have vision, I have drive, I have like artistry, and it's coming, like you feel that when you listen to that music. And I love seeing that.
Yeah, I feel like the majority of the time it's like Breaking Benjamin syndrome, where it's like the same album over and over again.
I didn't even know that. I barely know any other songs.
I love Breaking Benjamin. They're like one of my one of my influences for like music writing.
Right.
You won't hear it a lot on Cult of the Demon Sultan at all.
I figured this. I'm like, I've heard your stuff. What? Wait.
There's a little hint. Like it's
the melodies are fantastic from what I have heard.
Yeah. Well. I mean, I'm sure you feel that because you're one of the parts of that. Are you talking about Cult of the Demon Sultan or Breaking Benjamin?
No, whatever one I sang on with you, but I did the whole choir for you.
Yeah. No, it's Avenged Sevenfold, Epica, and Opeth's like the main ones for me.
Yeah, totally.
But I do like the catchiness of Breaking Benjamin. I try to I think about every once in a while. Like they are a song band, but you listen to all their albums outside of like maybe a few minute changes where nowadays they seem to be getting heavier.
That's cool.
It's the same album. Like as like back in the 2000s.
Yeah.
I would probably actually a better descriptor would be AC/DC syndrome.
Oh God, that's rough.
Okay, I'm just pissing people off today. All right, let's go.
You're gonna get so much hate mail from this episode alone.
I'm sure I will. I'll just process it through the robot. But I also feel like the song Lighthouse with this album was kind of giving us a subtle look as to where the heaviness was gonna go. So I was kind of surprised when I didn't see that on the album. Was there a reason for that?
Right. So that song actually is like, it's its own little story. It's like a Grimm's fairy tale, because it's actually about like this like lovesick mermaid kind of thing. It's very ethereal, it's very cinematic, and everything on this album is more focused on like a survivor. And in that case, like she's actually more the villain in that song, and the dude in the song is like the victim.
Really? Okay.
It's a very dark song when you really dig into it.
Yeah.
So I was like as much as Lighthouse is of like that new era in production and what we were working on, it just did not sit with this album. I felt it felt like kind of like the bonus track losing it. Like it's only there because it's done, and it but it absolutely has nothing to do with the 7 songs that became a concept album, which I never forced. It just happened naturally.
Yeah.
Right? So like I love Lighthouse, but also Lighthouse is just like its own beast, and I think we just needed to give it its own time to exist.
Yeah, I think that works too, because like I was talking with my girlfriend about it, because I was like, wow, 7 songs, only 25, 26 minutes. I'm like, wow, that's actually shorter than I thought it was going to be, but like it works.
If I could have done more, I did, but it was just time to move on,
Yeah, so we'll get back to that part in a little bit, but one of the things about this album is that it tackles a lot of those tackles narcissistic abuse as a whole, and in a very like direct and personal way, no less. Like this was a very personal album. Was it difficult deciding how much of yourself to reveal through the music here, or was it just flowed naturally?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything to hide. Like we were talking before this, like I've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
standing up for myself and standing up for others.
You are a braver person than I am.
Oh, I don't give a shit anymore because I'm just like, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, especially in cases where like you have evidence, like there's nothing they can do to you. You know what I mean? And it's like, I think speaking out and standing up for yourself, it closes all the wrong doors and it opens more of the right doors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I don't want to, like, I'm at the point in my life where like I'd rather have like enemies than fake friends. Like, just show me who you really are. You know
Fair
what
enough,
I mean?
yeah.
So back to what you were asking. I didn't have any issues saying it how I needed to. It was definitely more of like me narrating myself through it.
Mm-hmm.
I could have been more poetic in some moments. I wasn't. That's for the next album.
The next album is Lindsay Schoolcraft, The Poetry Slam.
Yeah. Poetry. Yeah.
Bravo. I love that.
Yeah. So that's more what, like, cause you know, it just, when you're a creative person and you look at like what influences you, you're like, okay, like this is this. I did this album when I was 36. You have to understand, it's been 4 years. I'm 40 now. I'm a completely different person. You know, still the same old warm, goofy me.
Yeah.
Still wearing black clothing, but
nothing wrong with that.
in the middle of summer.
Don't worry. I'll be in my 60s and still like leather jacket.
I know we're just gonna age. We're gonna look exactly like this. And like,
yeah.
This is gonna be a fantastic. But where was I going with this? Like, yeah. So it's just, that's who I was at 36. That's what I went through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I am proud of that version of myself for being so open about it and just getting it out there. I did enjoy the process of doing this. Like when Rocky and Brian would send me stuff, I'd be so inspired. And then Cody, our guitarist, started contributing and he had a big hand in it along with Dylan, our drummer. And everyone who was involved just really, you know, it was I only want to work with people who, when they show me something, I'm like, whoa. But also at the same time, there was quite a few songs that like didn't make it. Like everyone was just kind of chucking ideas at me. Because I don't do guitar and drums. I try to. It doesn't always come out amazing. It's not my thing. But if I didn't feel anything, it didn't resonate with me and make me feel something, and immediately there was some kind of melody or lyrics coming to mind, it just got thrown in the pile. Like
the melody pile.
What is it? The hard drive graveyard.
The hard drive graveyard, yeah.
So, or like, you know, like the online folders, but whatever.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah. So it was just like, that's why it's so few songs, because I don't like forcing things. You've ever heard of the saying, like, if you force a fart, it'll come out shit?
So, favorite game to play as you get older, is this a fart or a shart? Yeah.
Am I gonna shit my pants right now? Well, maybe you don't force it. So
no, yeah.
It's just, if like, or as the Brits say, like square peg round hole kind of thing. Like it just, if it wasn't working, we weren't gonna force it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. So, but how do you balance? Because as I mentioned, like, you're a braver person than I am to be like more vulnerable in this way. Like for me, even when I was most vulnerable on my own like EP, I was still very cryptic. I tried to make sure I'm not like.
Some people do that.
Well, yeah, but for me, it was like I feel comfortable writing about this, but I didn't feel comfortable like getting all these like issues out there, because I still prefer to like the character of Tom McKay that Metal Robot listeners hear and see. So in your case, like, how do you balance the vulnerability while also maintaining the boundaries?
The way I see it is just like how it's how you decorate your pain. It's like a shrine to your pain and how you want to present it to the world. And you can be as vague or as like cryptic or as real as you want to be. I mean, I like to have some poetry to it. Yes, I like rhyming things. Yes. Depeche Mode and Johnny Cash forever ruined that in me. Like everything has to rhyme all the time. Like, oh. But it's just, you know, and I like my best friend, who's my favorite lyricist, is Zenwar, who was in Neo. And we're in a band together. And he doesn't rhyme anything. And he uses big words. And I read his lyrics like before we work on a song together. And I'm like, this is just fucking beautiful. You know what I mean? And it's just like, that's how he presents his, decorates his pain to the world. He's going to hate me for saying this. Like, I do not do decor.
Like, hi. Thanks for listening.
But, you know, like everyone's, and I like that. I like everyone being so different. And then you do have artists who are like so direct. And then you have like the Birthday Massacre has always been a big influence on me. And Sarah's lyrics are very just like telling a story, here's the story of my heartbreak. And it's just great. It works for their music. So like when it comes to making your own art and lyrics, there's no right or wrong way to do things. And this is just with Harrowing, and like you said with your own project, this is just how it came out.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I mean, I when I listened to the album, which by the way, Harrowing, once again, June 19th, it came out. Great album. I love it. It's what I like my favorite actually.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and
who paid you to say that?
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. To be clear, I'm not saying that because you are in the studio in person and you are physically within reach to be able to.
You can hate it if you want. I don't give a shit if you don't like it. Yeah, I like it.
No, but I really enjoyed it. But I also like had it in the car with my girlfriend. We were driving around, and for her, like she had this face while listening to it of the. This is scratching the right part of my tism brain, and I do not want it to end kind of thing.
Oh, I'm happy for her.
Yeah, so were there any kind of moments like that when you were like listening back to the masters or when you were writing it that's like, scratched the right part of your brain that you just had to like play it over again?
It's mainly other people's music do that for me.
So not yours?
It's weird. Like anything... Like when I listen back to like Antiqua, there's 6 other people and I admire the shit out of all of them. So like hearing what they contributed, it scratches that part of my brain. And I'm like, oh, I get to be a part of it. That's cool. But when I'm listening to my own stuff, I'm just like, man, I'm like, it's this weird to me. It's like I wake up every day. There's like a few lines of poetry that are going to be lyrics or like a little melody idea or structuring out a crappy demo. It's like that is my driving force to like keep going. I always want to like create, right? So to go back and listen to my stuff, I'm like, okay, well, this is me. This is awkward. This is really uncomfortable. But like, I have to make sure that the sound design, the electronics are the way I want it. The strings, I get it to Spencer, and then the strings are the way I want it. The band is the way I want it. And I'm like, okay. And it's very weird because I feel like when I look at my solo stuff, it's still 15, 16-year-old me making that the music I want. Like you can't escape. Like they always say, like, make that child version of you happy. But I think when it comes to making music, for me anyways, it's making that teenage version of me happy when I decided I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. This is what I want to do. So it's kind of just like, it's very vulnerable for me. It doesn't necessarily, I mean, when Spencer submitted all the strings, I was like, oh shit. Like, I'm like, yes, this is beautiful. Good job, dude. Yeah. And when like Cody first presented the Crucified demo, I was like, where did that come from? It was just like, I felt just like, God just came down and like poked him on the forehead. It's like, here's an idea. I was like, dude, but yeah, I don't know. It's very strange. Like there's artists out there now that absolutely scratch the best parts of my brain. But for that to do that to myself, I don't know. That's like very like Dorian Gray.
I mean, fair enough.
It's very weird.
Well, obviously, like, because even I'm kind of the same way. Like, I don't mind the sound of my voice, but even I'm like, oh, why did you sound like that? But I know, like when going back to the Call to the Demon Sultan, when you sent over the stems for your vocals, I was like, holy shit, this is actually, it's scratching the right part of my brain.
Oh, that's so sweet. I think just like Devin Townsend pointed it out, you just at points get sick of your own voice. You just don't, like, and I have to live with this voice every day, this talking voice and its many inflections and pitches. And then also my singing voice. And some days I'm digging my own singing voice, and other days I'm just like, dude, you sound like a nasally teenager.
Oh my God.
What are you doing? Like,
I found that the most when I started this podcast. I can't listen to the earlier episodes anymore.
You're just younger and full of caffeine.
Full of caffeine. Yeah. Caffeine's good. But it's also like I could tell, like in the first episode especially, like I just woke up when I started recording.
Oh my God.
I can tell.
Why do you hate yourself?
Listen, it all goes back to my child. No.
Oh God, here we go.
Yeah. The story of my life. Well, here's an interesting question I got because this album has a lot of like softer, pulled back moments, but it also has a lot of those heavier moments.
Yeah.
Like what style of music do you feel communicates the emotional weight on display better? Like when it's loud and abrasive, or when it's more like soft and subdued?
I think both.
Both, yeah.
I think both. Even the medium range, like very many verses are very in the middle of all of that.
Yeah.
It's just all in how you use that space to emote and communicate whatever it is you want. Like definitely on this album, there's very heavy moments that even surprised me. I'm like, oh damn, I didn't think I was gonna go this heavy, but I trusted the guys, and like here we are. So cool, okay. But I don't know. I'm very like I take that soft moment to really emote sadness. You know what I mean? And then that heavy moment to really emote anger, but sometimes the heavy moments can be sad. Like there's so many things you can do with all that space. It's just all how you use it.
Oh yeah, like the differences between like Paleface Swiss, for example, like that is like super hard and abrasive, but you feel the impact of all the lyrics, and the voice.
Yeah, there's something.
Yeah, and then there's like something.
And they're young, so they think they can do that right now.
They can, yeah. But then they go to something as simple as like Simple Man, like the Simple Man cover from Shinedown. That's like just I'll get one guitar, one man, and it's like it gets the same point across, kind of. So it kind of goes back and forth between that. So what I want to do right now is I want to start kind of go through the 7 tracks here, and kind of like see where things go. Yeah,
okay. Here we go.
So I hope you remember the album. So
let's see.
So I mean, Mercy Has Come. That's the first song, right? It opens strong. That's a strong opening. I mean, it's like Lindsay Schoolcraft meets late night graveyard walk kind of thing with
awesome.
Chugs.
We did it. We did it
with Chugs. So tell me about this song though. What was going on inside the head of the fairy goth moth? What was going on?
Brian sent me that track, and originally it was just like a verse, a chorus, and an outro. Like that was it.
Yeah, bare bones.
I'm like, what do I do with this? So I was just like, well, I sometimes, if I can't get ideas going, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just like copy the verse over a bunch of times and then write a bunch of stuff over it. And that's like where the vocals and the harp came from. I'm like, well, now I can just like get rid of it because we need it to build. Like, and I'm like, oh, maybe this is the intro to the album. You know what I mean? And the demo of it actually sounded very different. I think like the intro had like a helicopter sound as a beat. Like we're just experimenting.
Full experimentation.
Yeah, we're just like, well, like let's just like Cody and I always say, like, let's throw shit to the wall and see what sticks, kind of thing. Like, that's just our mentality, or spaghetti sessions, as he says it. Yeah. So, and then I just was like, oh, okay, this is the way this is making me feel. Like I was getting the melody, and I was like, I think this is about like realizing that you can save yourself. Yeah. And that's essentially how that all got baked into there. And that's it.
And this is the start of the concept that the album became.
Not really. It was weird because like it was about this album took 4 years, and I've said this ad nauseum, but like essentially by the time we hit the 2-year, I started going insane because I'm like, these are pretty much like done. Like they need to go. Yeah. This needs to come out. But there's so many delays, and when you're sitting there and overthinking about it, like, so I found the artwork, which is great. That's how I started. Like I looked at all the little song stories in front of me, and I was like, oh, this is actually like this is the story here. Okay, so because we actually took too much time and overthought about it, that's how it became like this. I was just, our biggest goal was not to have same song ideas. We wanted every song to be completely different in its own way, like have its own thing going on, but there's something in there that always like ties everything together in some little way, right?
Like a little motif that's just like, it's sort of there. You don't clock it unless you're looking for it.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's,
sorry, cat hair?
Sorry, but no, just the cords trying to cross my legs, getting tangled here. Oh my word. Okay. So it was like, it was just, I'm trying to go back to my thought train has derailed.
It's the best of us. It's okay.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional. I just looked at all the songs and I was like, this is a concept. This is a story. This is like what I went through, and I put it in each different song, and that's pretty cool.
Just a happy little accident.
Yeah, many happy accidents.
Many happy
Called overthinking.
Called overthinking, yes. So then we get into Crucified, which was the true first single for this album. And it's also one of my favorites. Personally.
I'm glad.
I heard it, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, she's a beast.
This obviously this was a sign to come. What was the initial reaction from fans when this again super like heavier version of Lindsay Schoolcraft came out?
I think my favorite reaction to it was after Cody and I wrote it. We brought it to JD, and then the day that JD and I worked on it, we brought something to Cody at the end of the day.
Yeah.
and he just couldn't handle how big it sounded.
Wow.
And he was just like, this track makes me want to fight the sun. And then he just started making memes. Yeah, he started making memes, like World of Warcraft memes about like the mana bar, and like it was just it was amazing. Cody will forever be like, and in the most humble way possible, like the biggest fan of his own work, because he just loves making music so much.
Oh yeah.
And he'd never been in an experience like this before, where like this like, you know, top tier producer and engineer and sound designer could put together his song in such a way. And yeah, I think his reaction made me the happiest, and him and I, like, we very much share opinions on like what music we like and how we connect with it, and we're fans of a lot of the same things. And which I don't know if that's a detriment yet, but we're gonna find out the more we work together in the future. So seeing his reaction, I was like, I think we're on to something good here. And then when it came out, people were like, what the hell was that? You know, like kind of just being hit by a freight train, because they're probably just expecting me to be all like fluffy and pretty and delicate and spooky. And then I just come in with a fist.
Yeah. Expecting a high five, get a fist bump. Like to the face.
A very aggressive fist bump.
Punch your face in the face.
Yeah. So, oops, sorry. I keep punching. Yeah, I'm taking out the microphone.
It was just crucified.
Yeah. So it was just, I feel like it's the angriest song, and it gave me like Cody. Sorry, I was loving on your cat earlier. I have cat hair everywhere. Cody gave me a space to really talk about it, and I appreciate him, because like he's very confused by my first draft of lyrics.
Okay,
and he's just like, you've already said these things, and I'm like, they're not done. Like you know, and then he got used to that over the time we started working together. Like he's like, oh, okay, yeah. I'm like, no. Like, I'm like a good crock pot. You gotta let me like cook for a while. Yeah. Like,
it's on simmer.
Exactly. Like, just give it, 6 months. It shouldn't take that long. But like, that's the thing. It's so weird for me, Tom, because like I write music in the morning to the afternoon, but lyrics are a nighttime thing for me.
It's like just the vibe, I'm sure. Like it's like end of the day, my brain's cooked. Just write some like scribbles kind of thing. Yeah,
because like midday can be chaotic, and it's more going on like feeling and vibe. But then in the evening, I think when the world quiets down, you can really hear your inner voice.
Yeah, that's a good thing depending on who you are. Because I find when I'm like,
well, like, listen, to someone with OCD and very intrusive thoughts, like, also not great. Like, once we hit 1 a.m., it's like, oh, girl, go to bed.
Turn off Google. The rabbit hole's ending. Let's go to bed.
I don't need to be studying the anatomy of the sun and how the plasma moves through it. What am I doing?
Why are you looking up nuclear pasta? Let's just turn it off.
The rabbit holes.
The rabbit holes are just get you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, but like, because I find I'm the exact opposite. If I'm like at nighttime, I'm like, my brain stops working fully.
Oh.
And so like, I try like, just let your brain like, just first thing comes to mind, write it down. And I'm like, I hate that. I hate what I just wrote.
Oh, that's part of it though.
That's part of the process.
You got to get it out so you can move on to the next thing.
That's true. Yeah, I guess.
I have like notebooks full of garbage that I should just burn. But if not, they're going to burn down my apartment if I don't start getting rid of them, my poor partner.
It's just a fire hazard.
Yeah, exactly. Like you need to burn them yourself, or they're going to absolutely take your home down. But I think that's part of it. Like anything other than maybe that, we'll get to the last song on the album, because that one was like pretty much came out exactly how it is with a few minor tweaks. But like, there's a lot of revision, because I don't know, I just feel like the first set of lyrics that come out of me are just like not it. They're just like a foundation to build on.
Like a brain dump kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, I'm trying here, but like there's more to say. This is just my first attempt. Kind of like when you're learning a piece of music.
Okay.
Unless you're like some child prodigy, which like fuck them. You're not gonna get it on the first take. It takes revision and practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Side note, it's always fun to getting one-upped by a 12-year-old on the guitar and finding out, oh, you can play the entirety of Dream Theater's In the Name of God in one go. Nice. Thanks. Great. Yep. I'm still learning Smoke on the Water.
So questioning my life choices.
Yeah. So with Crucify, what is this song about?
It's just like that rage of like realizing someone that you looked up to and you trusted and you admired, like that, you know, you realize, oh, like the mask has slipped and you're not a good person.
No.
And then there's points where I'm just mocking them and just being like, you're greedy, you create all your problems, nothing's ever good enough. It's like, I think across the board, whether you're dealing with a narcissist, like in your family, in your friends, at work, in what else? There's like another, in relationships, the big one. I think anyone can look at this song and just be like, yeah.
It's like, I get that.
Yeah, I get that. The one day it all which Mercy Has Come is about, it's just like dawns on you. Yeah. And then you know, you confront them again and you're like, oh, gross.
Ew.
Ew.
Where's the it's like
perfect. Essentially, yes.
Essentially, yeah. So, now, and I mean, Crucified also got a lot of traction. From what your the PR person sent me. I forget her name already. Sarah, yes.
Oh,
yes.
Oh no.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I swear I'm good at
it's a
this.
name you should not forget.
No, I should not forget that. Please don't kill me. But it picked up a lot of traction. I mean, it was getting a lot of radio play as well on the CBC. So were you surprised by how far the song reached?
Yeah, I didn't. I've never had CBC radio play in Canada before.
Not even for Martyr? Like it's like no, really?
No. Nothing happened there. I'm grateful for that. And then it did pretty well on YouTube, which I was also grateful for. And you know, so yeah, I'm really proud of that track. And I think Cody is too, you know. So I mean, we all are.
It is a really good one. I personally enjoy it a lot.
I'm glad.
So Vague. That's the next one up. It feels sort of like a relationship that's on the cusp of ending, but you can't really bring yourself to get out of it.
Yes.
But it also it's still giving you a bit of that hopeful energy for the future. With that in mind, like how important is it to have that hope for the future when you're just stuck in this part of your life? Getting really personal right now.
It's the heaviest, like emotionally, like I guess topic wise on this album, and it does ebb and flow between like hopelessness and being hopeful that like one day you can pull yourself out of it. But for now, I'm so tired, and this person has beat me down so badly, and like, oh shit, I've lost so much time, and you know, it's a dark song because I think people go through that and they're like, you know, it's like you know, my life without you, I don't know what it'll be like. That can feel dreadful, or that can be a very hopeful thing. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like a life without them. It's just like, but you know, in some abusive cases, like when you try to break up with these types, they don't exactly let you go easy, and you're already so tired already. You know that there's like a battle. You know, on the way kind of thing. So like they want to keep the status quo because the control. I feel like that's the thing that's like, we're getting really dark on this podcast. I thought this was a comedy podcast. You're welcome.
Yay.
I bring the darkness.
Bring the darkness. No, but it really can be like really difficult. Like, first of all, they do everything in their power to maintain that control, but also like if you break free, you don't know, like you're staring into the fog of the future. Like, is it going to be like sunshine and rainbows, or is it going to be worse than the hell I'm already in? Yeah,
and it depends on where you are. Have they pushed away your family and all your friends? Like almost like even religiously, if you think about it, like being in a cult, you know? Yeah. It could like, you know, like can you rely on anyone? But like ultimately at the end of the day, it all comes down to you. And that's terrifying when you're in that position. Oh,
it's terrifying, and like it's just, oh my God. Yeah. I couldn't imagine it personally. Like I've been thankful not to have to be in that situation, but it's like, it sounds extremely like difficult.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy how many people actually have gone through it and they just like, don't talk about it.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah, I'm like, fair. I wouldn't want to revisit that part of my life either.
Yeah.
You know?
No, because it's like, just like, sure, let me just bring up my entire brain of trauma right here and sit on the table. Oh, look at that. All the tentacles. Yes, it's very...
Yeah, it's very messy.
It's very messy. It's getting all over the place. It's starting to like kind of walk off the table. That kind that was way darker than I thought it was going to be, but okay, moving on. So, I wait for you to...
Oh my word, brother.
Jesus Christ. That was okay. My brain's doing some fun things. I Wait for You to Fall music video. The music video, first of all, classic like 90s 2000 style like pop-up video with all the random facts. I do have one gripe I gotta bring here. What do you mean it's not 2003 still? What do you mean? It's like I thought.
What do you mean?
Is this not a fact video? What's with all the lies in my fact video? What is this?
I know. 2003 was such an important pivotal year in my life.
Yeah.
I was in grade 11, and music then was just phenomenal. You had like Linkin Park's second album. There was like A Perfect Circle, Evanescence, there's Slipknot, Korn, Chevelle, Kitty. Like everyone was just putting out such good albums in that space. And it was just such a time of influence for me. And like it was magic, and like we were just kids, but like what like Chester, his artistry, and Amy's artistry, along with the guys back then, and I'm referring to Evanescence, and also just like what Kitty was doing. Like if there was no Kitty, if there were no Kitty, I wouldn't be here.
Oh, Kitty is really good.
To see girls your age out there doing what they're doing, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's why I picked up a bass. I was just like,
bass? I didn't know this part.
I played bass for 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I got bored of it. And,
not enough strings. Not enough strings.
No, it was like if someone, there was a moment in time where if someone showed me brutal technical death metal, I would still be playing bass. But my teacher, bless him, he was amazing. He started showing me like a little bit of like funk and pop and slap stuff. And it was cool, and I got it, but I was just like, I was so called to, I've always loved classical music my whole life, and it was like, I gotta go to the conservatory now. Like I gotta go to singing lessons, I gotta learn the piano. Like this was a decision that was made around 1920, like I spent so much time playing the bass. I was just like, it was like 4 years of really heavily being dedicated to it. And I also did do all the bass on this album.
Yeah.
Because I play the instrument. But and I mean, I definitely, there was tracks from like Kitty's Oracle. And the bassist, I want to say her name is Jen. I'm so sorry. And my archives are fuzzy these days because I'm older.
It's filled with just random astronomy facts that you find at 1 a.m. Like
yeah. And I know Mercedes, the drummer, had a lot to do with the bass guitar. Like she plays also in Kitty, but like hearing that low end melody and that counterpoint, which is really just classical music. I was like, this is amazing. I would love to do something like this. But when you just see a higher calling for yourself and you're like, well, like actually no, like I love to sing. I love writing lyrics. I love composing strings. I really want to try the piano. You know what I mean? Like, thank you. I honor the time that I played this instrument, but I have to move onward and go where this is calling me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fair. Was this around the time that you bamboozled the government into giving you money for the harp?
No, it's amazing that you remember that. I did pay them all back, okay? FYI, don't come at me, Carney. The harp was more like my quarter life crisis in my mid-20s. So that came a little bit later.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the video for this song is like really cool. Like, has anybody told you like if they had like tried listening to the song with the video, but kept stopping to read the facts over?
We really tried to make sure that like people could, you know what I mean? But I think it has the most views out of all the videos on YouTube because people were actually doing that. Like they had to go back and watch it again and like pause it.
Well, yeah, because
read it, you know what I mean? And I'm like, sorry, I didn't mean for that.
Well, because it was so funny because I was like watching through. I'm like, this is like, we're getting some actual facts of like Lindsay's life, and it's like, and is like this, like what the song's about, and it's like, oh, yeah, that's true. Murder is illegal, and just going through.
Yeah. I forgot I said that. So not gonna look good at me if I get tangled into a murder case one day. Suspect number one.
It's a quote there's a quote from my girlfriend and her coworkers is when dealing with bullshit customers.
Yeah.
You don't look good in orange. You do not look good in orange.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, it's the color of a pumpkin, so it's all in how you work.
I mean, yeah. That's why when she told me that, I'm like, no. Orange jumpsuit. That's what you're.
Yeah, remember.
Very specific.
Yeah, you're gonna join Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah.
Or Slipknot.
Yeah, but the song is really good. I felt like, especially in the breakdown, that pulled straight out of Karma Code, like Lacuna Coil vibes. Like, oh my God, I was like, wow.
Yeah, that was a rocky moment. That was
yeah.
It was like, well, we can't get rid of this.
No, it was too good.
Cheers. It's fun live.
Yeah. Oh my good, yeah! I can't wait to hear that one live. So, "Cut Your Teeth" was the next one, which I believe is the instructions given by the 10th dentist in all those like toothbrush commercials.
It's just a Colgate.
Yeah, it's a Colgate commercial. I think the funny thing is, like, my girlfriend also wrote that, like told me a bunch of jokes as well. One of which was sounds like the song is rising against big dentistry.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure it is.
Yeah, we hate big dental.
So what is the song actually about, though? It's not about that, I'm assuming.
Because there's a common... So it's weird, because I said I didn't want same-songitis, but I Wait For You to Fall and Cut Your Teeth are essentially about, like, the same situation. And it's just, like, the garbage people I've dealt with in our industry. I'm just going to say it straight. And I don't feel that they deserve these songs. They don't. Like, but it just, the justice warrior in me is just, like... I have such an issue with our industry. Like, these losers come in and run rampant because there's no HR, there's no union.
Oh, yeah.
There's just the law, and when it's like cross-national, like international, right? It's like borders can affect that. So it's like, how do you fight that? Well, I always believe the pen is a sword. So I'm just going to do it in my song. So essentially it was just like I Wait For You to Fall is the very catty, petty, sassy, snarky side of that, And I know it's weird to come after a song like Vague, but your rage does turn into like a very sick form of mockery.
It felt like a natural transition, though. Like,
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. It's a weird one, because it's like, you feel hopeless, but then as you sit there in that relationship or you stay in that place, you start to just really be like, you take the low road, and especially with dealing with narcissists, you just kind of start toxically playing their own games and seeing how they like a taste of their own medicine. Or poison, essentially. And it's not good for you. Like, I don't think that I Wait For You to Fall is a positive song. I think it's very petty. But like, there are people who go there. That's the petty anthem. That's for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we know the detriment that it plays in our lives. Like, no one comes out on top. Like, it's like, I'll wait there for you. It's like, I'm waiting at the bottom, and dragging you down with me. And then love to say I told you so, because it's just like, I just don't say that. I'm just like, I probably told you that a few years ago, but I'm just you know what I mean? But then Cut Your Teeth is the other side of that. It's the dark side. And it's really like the term Cut Your Teeth is just kind of like coming in and trying out things and making mistakes. But then there's people who... the only apology is change behavior, and they just keep making the same mistakes over and over again. And it's really just about, like, you're never, like what we were talking about off camera before, like, in this day and age, you can't hide from it. It's going to catch up with you.
Yeah.
You're going to be exposed one day. Yeah. And I think it really... It covers like the grief you have, like in the bridge. It's like, I believed you, I believed in you. You tarnished my one cherished virtue, which is like, they think your kindness is stupid. Like, your kindness is stupidity. And they just like try to take advantage of you and forget like you're dealing with real people. And on top of that, you're dealing with such a beautiful gift and spiritual thing. And you're like, I've seen so many people be absolutely heartbroken and tormented by these absolute asshats in our industry that they stop doing that one beautiful divine thing that I believe they were put here to do. Or they take their own lives. We've seen stuff like that. And it's just like, it needs to be talked about. You know what I mean? And it's like, Cut Your Teeth is like a way of being like, don't think you're ever going to get away with this, because you won't. One day you're going to get ostracized, which we're seeing a lot in our industry now. You're going to get exposed and lose everything. Like, the foundation of the career you built is on absolute shit. Yeah. And the minute you put the sun on it, it's going to melt, and you're going to be nothing but stuck in your own stank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you build your foundation with integrity and you take time and you use like all the right building blocks and the cement and the bricks of integrity and, having a moral compass and authenticity and being genuine, that is going to sustain you. Yeah. But if you're just being a piece of shit.
I
hope this makes sense. My analogies sometimes are like, whoa.
No, it's making sense, because like you said, like, everything gets put on blast. I mean, like, I think back immediately to, and this kind of gets a tad bit political, but with John Schaefer on Capitol Hill of Iced Earth and
oh my God, what a ding dong. Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, what the fucking shit are you doing, dude? But it's like that kind of thing is like, there are cameras everywhere. Cameras are
yeah.
everywhere.
To think that you were never going to get away with that is silliness.
Yeah. Or even like oh god, I'm trying to remember. It's like the all female band that are dressed as like nuns or something like that. Like Dogma, am I thinking?
Yeah, that whole situation's horrible.
Yeah, that was like stuff like that. It's like like all that stuff. Even if you think it's behind closed doors, you're never gonna get caught for being an asshole. You're gonna be outed as an asshole because there's enough of a paper trail.
One day there's gonna be more of your victims than there is gonna be of you.
Exactly.
And then you can't escape that. Like. It's just, I just think there's personality disorders involved. And also just when you do what's quick and easy, it's always the wrong thing. When you do what's right, it takes time and integrity. But there's some people who are just not wired to have that kind of brain and heart.
No.
And and they all come to the music industry for some reason to get a quick buck and like think they can fool everyone. But it's like, we're in heavy metal. Like, we're not even doing pop. Like,
no,
why are you here?
coming for a quick buck, I got bad news for you.
Yeah, like go be in pop or country or rap or something. Like, what are you doing here? Like, But I mean, honestly though, like it's such a strange thing because it's like such a small percent of this industry, but the damage they do almost just like
it's the vocal minority. Basically.
Yeah, it's just like the whole other, like, I don't know, like it's like 10% and then the whole other 90%. It just like, you got to focus on that 90% of the good people who are there. And a lot of the industry is very good, but like what that 10% do, it's like, you're just taking us 2 steps back here and you're hurting people. So that's what I wrote Cut Your Teeth about, because I was just like, I see it and I see it all and I hear it all. I'm kind of like a vault. I don't know. Like I have a face where people tell me their whole life story. I say I'm a trauma dumpster. Like people just come to me and dump all their trauma on me. And I'm like, I'm willing to listen. I try to be understanding and loving and give people a safe space. But like when you have been like, people call me fairy godmother, but when you've been like so many people's therapist who've been absolutely traumatized by this industry. And those sweet little creative types are so easy to get your hooks in and control and manipulate and weaken. I'm just done with it, man. And I'm done with it happening over and over again. Yeah. And if I have to like go fly my mouth on Facebook and hire my lawyer, I'll keep going. I'll keep going.
Keep the lawyer on speed dial.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah.
Just make one post, phone call 20 minutes later. Yeah. Hello. You said what now?
Yeah.
Why?
That's more Sarah. That's more my PR, but she's she trusts me, so it's on you, girl. So I just
sitting there, bags under eyes, coffee, like thanks.
Like, oh God, this is gonna be a long week, and it's only Tuesday. So yeah, it's just easier to put it into a song because I don't think I just look like an extremely like mentally unstable like gangster wilding out on Facebook writing posts and it's not really my business if it's other people's problems but my problems. Like there's no point in me putting it out there. I'd rather just let my lawyers do what they do and just write a song about it. Yeah. That's it. Just write a song about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's like let the legal people deal with the law and let it happen. Like that's the thing, these people eventually their actions are it's their own detriment. One day they're not going to have anything. So I'm just like, let karma.
Karma is a bitch.
Dude, karma's my favorite bitch.
Yeah.
And she loves you. She'll let you watch it fall apart right in front of you. And that's my vengeful spirit.
She'll hand out the popcorn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just every time.
The classic red and blue 3D glasses. Like, here you go. Enjoy.
Yeah, like enjoy. What?
So Alive. That's the next one, which features Krista Shipperbottom, formerly of Luthero. Because I do know that you guys are friends IRL, but it seemed like a very natural choice. But what was it about her vocal chops that you heard and you were like, I want that on like the next song?
I mean, have you heard her?
I have. She's amazing.
She's incredible. Yeah, no, we didn't really think about any guest features for this album. Yeah. Because it wasn't really encouraged in the process, but it's fine. It I was told, you can do it by yourself, and I'm like, do you know that like the features are like a big thing these days? Yeah. So it was very like the whole process was very like pulled and rushed. That's why we called it Harrowing. It was a long, painful process. But we got to So Alive and we had that bridge. And I just couldn't figure out what I wanted to do over it. Yeah. There were suggestions for like an opera line, and I'm like, we had Nightwish. Why do we don't need this? Like, I just don't feel like that contributes anything. I tried doing some like more of like the worldly sounding voices I did on Lighthouse. It wasn't clicking. I wrote a bunch of stuff. It didn't work. The only thing that survived is like the one little melody I had at the end of it. And I was like, we need a harsh vocalist here. Like we need someone. And, Krista and I are super close and she's been through similar things, especially what's gone on this album. Like if you read the liner notes, I dedicated the whole album to her because like she's just like, I was just getting to the point where I had healed so far past a lot of these things.
Yeah.
I'm like, do I even talk about them? And, she reminded me it's important to stand up for yourself because by standing up for yourself, you're standing up for others.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, like, do you wanna come in and do this? And we were in such a tight situation. At the time, it wasn't known that she was pregnant. She was like 2 months pregnant. And the only way we could do this was in my home studio apartment kind of thing. And Corey my partner is an engineer. He set everything up. They obviously were in a band together. They're really good friends. And, she's just like, he puts the microphone on like his dresser in our bedroom. We close the door and she's just screaming her guts out. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience. And she came in and then we hung out all night and we had taken and, the cats were very confused as to like why she was there and what she was doing. Because like they've never heard anything like that before. I have videos of them just like, what is going on?
This woman was just screaming her head off a few seconds ago and now she's having takeout. What's going on?
The kitten we had at the time was very confused. He's like intrigued but terrified.
Meow?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, question mark on that meow. So but she crushed it. Like I said, hey, here's a song, here's the timestamp. Do your worst.
Have fun.
Yeah, and she did. And she wrote all her lyrics and she wrote all her parts. And she came in and the cool beauty of that is like that take that you hear on the album, it wasn't really edited and it's 4 layers of the same performance and she just nailed them.
Yeah.
Every time. Like just perfectly. And I'm like, damn, what a talent. What a force.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, and then she came in and she did some cleans in the background. Obviously.
Oh, did she?
We wanted to like her. Yeah, she has a bunch of harmonies and like she's all in that track.
Wow, yeah.
And the cool thing about that song is like I wrote that chorus in my early 20s. I think it was very different. It was like Now I'm More Alive. Was it? It was something else. It's like I'm ready. I was like, now I'm more alive. I'm ready to take on the world. Your wish sphere came to life. I'm not that little girl. It was very like juvenile, very juvenile.
Very like early 20s, like
very me, very like, at the time I was like listening to was Flyleaf. And then I was like, when Rocky sent me that demo, I was like, I heard the chorus. I was like, I think this is a song for that little idea I like kept in the back of the vault.
Yeah.
And then from there, like that whole song and story, was created because at the time I wrote that original idea, I was just like deconstructing from Roman Catholicism and realizing like how it was just so hard on my mental health and how women weren't respected. And it was a very toxic environment. And it very like, in order to make anyone believe any of that, you have to indoctrinate them at a very young age, which is what happened to me. And I still see the beauty and there's beautiful things in that religion that I have carried with me for myself, especially a stained glass and like the Gregorian chanting.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But like anything that's telling me that like I don't have my own power and to just like keep sweet, submit, serve, like you are second to men is fucking bullshit.
It's bullshit, yeah.
Yeah, that's what this song's about. It's just like reclaiming your power after you've been told your whole life that you don't have any.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing is like with Krista on this, because spoilers, like we're not going to get into the details here on this podcast because that's not important. But was this around the time that she left Luthero, or?
Yeah, it was a few months after.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, she was the first person who came to mind because like we were talking a lot at the time, and I was just like kind of helping her through that scenario, and I was like, I think this is her song.
Yeah. Again, we're not going to go into details here.
It's not our business.
No. Like whatever's online, you can find it easily. We're not going to get further into that. But the album ends with Chase the Dark. You were mentioning this earlier, that this was one of the songs that didn't change too much throughout the process.
No, it was one of those like there's a iconic rock moment of like Stevie Nicks writing Rhiannon on the piano in like 5 minutes. And this was my Rhiannon. This was like or Rhiannon, however the hell you say it.
I don't know.
I don't know. Words are hard. English is the hardest. So, and I was just sitting there one night, and it's a song about you get to that final stage and you're just like really disappointed. You know, you're really sad, but you've reclaimed your power and you're like, I'm still going to go for it in life. I'm going to still do my best. Like this crazy big thing we call life that is so full of so many different things, big moments, highs and lows, so many emotions, so many memories to make. It's really a build your own adventure video game when you think about it.
Where's the reward for it?
Yeah. And I think like that idea is like autonomy. Like you finally have autonomy of your life. And that's huge for a lot of people, whatever you've deconstructed out of. But then there's this sadness and you realize that like they didn't really love you the way you needed to be loved. They have a very like they like gaslit you into what you thought love should be. But you loved them and you need to honor that, though their love was not love. It was all these negative things.
Yeah.
You do have some kind of pure heart in you know, some cases it might have been a trauma response, but at the core it's like you really tried to give them everything and you tried to make it work.
Yeah.
And you are honoring that and you're just like it's like a track of being, it's like saying goodbye. It's just being like, I loved you, but I have autonomy of my life now, and I honor this, and I need to move on, you know, and accepting that, and just realizing like it's like I think Chase the Dark is a realization that like, oh, like this is what love actually is, and it was not that, you know. And one day I will give this love to if that's what you so choose to do, or I'm just going to fully give myself that love. You know what I mean? It's like, that's why I say like, I'll keep chasing the dark. I won't lose my spark. And I think Chase the Dark is really an analogy for like, no matter how tough it gets or how dark it gets, like I'm going to keep moving through it.
Yeah.
I have my spark. That's it.
I mean, and this one is, I mean, first of all, I feel like this one's the least heavy on the album, which is not a bad thing, but it's also, but
it's chill.
You know, it's super chill vibes. We're just chilling. But it's also like, it's ending what became this concept on a hopeful note, as you were talking about.
Yeah.
Do you feel it's easier to write about hopeful, like having hope versus like everything kind of sucks, this person's an asshole, like
you mean the rest of the album?
I mean, like, because like, some people will like think like they will say like it's really hard, like especially when you're in that moment, like to write about hope.
Yeah.
But it's easy, but it's so much easier to write like that, like all about all this negativity, like I'm gonna fuck shit up kind of thing. Just one of those days.
Just one of those days. I don't know. It was never forced. It was just like, I'm called to write this right now. And I sat down at my piano and I started like, and I was like, A minor works, great key. Just started plunking it out and singing, and the melodies were coming and the words were coming. So I was like, okay, I'm going to throw on my phone recorder and like my notes on my phone, whatever it is, voice notes. And then I'm going to get out the pen pad and we're just going to sit here with it and see what happens. And then, you know, as I'm writing the lyrics, I'm like writing the chords because I'm going to forget, like a memory of a squirrel like some days. So, you know, and then I was like, okay. It was such a powerful, overwhelming moment. I was like, okay, it's here.
Yeah.
I have it roughly recorded. I have the chords. I have the lyrics. I'm going to step away because this is overwhelming.
Yeah.
And then the next day,
let it breathe. You know, let it simmer.
Yeah. I was like, I'm going to go to bed. I'm grateful that I had this like moment of downloading a song from wherever they come from. Cool.
Yeah.
This says exactly what I wanted to say. Cried a little bit. And then the next day I woke up. Like I said, I can only do the music in the morning. And I popped up, opened that old laptop with Studio One version 4. And I just went for it. And I had it like done, I think, in like an hour, you know, because I've gotten so fast with the tools and everything in there. Oh, yeah. And that was it. And then I showed it to Cody and I said, I'm like, I think I just want to keep this as a lo-fi. It was very trip hop lo-fi. And he's like, you know, see what JD thinks. And then I brought his JD and of course, like Mr. like, you know, writing Motionless in White, all those big, heavy ballads.
Yeah.
So I think we should go a little heavy. And I'm like, okay, I trust you. But like, you know, like it still had its lo-fi moments.
Oh, yeah.
And that's all I care about. You know, I love Witch House and trip hop. So I was like, like, let's do it. But yeah, it was just a very, it's like, I'm glad I got one of those moments on this album.
Oh, yeah.
To just have that versus like, hey, here's an idea. Okay, right over top of it.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind. There's no right or wrong way to make a song.
No, but there's always like the satisfaction of being able to like get that like just your brain boom right onto the page, and it's like, oh
yeah, I know. Yeah, you hear the choirs, and you're like, okay.
Just hear the choirs. You're like, where the fuck's that coming from?
Yeah, what just happened?
It's like,
yeah. It's a strange thing, but I love that. That's my favorite part of writing music.
Oh, yeah. And one of the things, and as we mentioned, this album it's shorter this time around.
Yeah.
I double checked it. I'm like, Martyr was like 47 minutes, give or take.
Oh yeah, we had a lot to say. We also
it was
had
a lot.
We had 20 songs before we cut it down to 13 with Martyr.
Well, that's the thing I'm about to ask, because like knowing like how most albums are made, how many songs for this album did you actually write like before you cut it down?
I think there was about 3, 4, maybe 5, 6 more, but like they just weren't.
They weren't hitting the vibe.
They just weren't. Yeah, they just it just wasn't like ever. It was like on Martyr, I really struggled with the song "Dangerous Game." It took me. I just fought with that thing for like 8 months, lyrically and melodically. And Rocky be like, "You can do better," and I'm like, "I don't want to do better. I hate this song."
It's like, no, you can't make me.
Yeah, don't. But he really like. That was like an old We Are the Fallen demo. He's like really pushing me to see it through, and I'm glad he did. Like I think it's like the second most listened song on evil Spotify. But fuck that shit.
Evil.
You know how it is. I have a lot of opinions. Again, rabbit holes late at night. Not good for me, but we don't need to go there.
No.
Let's focus on the music. So, it's just me pep talking myself back into a good place. What was I gonna say? So where were we with this? Like. I don't know. It just if I was really vibing it, it stuck, and that's why it is only 7 songs. There's a bonus track, and you can definitely say that like Lighthouse came out of this. So like this time working with JD, there's like 9 songs. Yeah. But Lighthouse and Losing It don't make sense in this story. So I mean, that was it. That's all we had to say. And we were just kind of, like with dealing with a big producer and his schedule and being pushed off a little bit. Like we were just running out of time.
Yes. Yeah, working with, I blanked out his name already. I should have written it down.
Motionless in White.
Motionless in White's producer.
Big one. Yeah.
Yeah. Like what was that like? Because before it was with, for Martyr, it was with Tyler, or was it just Rocky?
Me. It was me. Like I'm the producer, but like Rocky, I'd say more like it was very much more a co-production thing between me and Rocky, and Tyler was more there as like overseeing engineering and like making sure everything wasn't sounding like shit. You know what I mean? Like that was Tyler's job.
Right.
He did give input sometimes and feedback, but like the creative direction was me and Rocky, 1000%.
But in this time you've got new producer this time, and like so like how much of his input that influenced a lot of the songs that you were writing?
I mean, he's very go. Like, I feel like if I didn't speak up and tell him what I wanted, like, it wouldn't have happened. I have to really say that. And it was very much like the pop star experience. Like, I've heard stories about what happens with pop stars with producers, and this like reminded me of it. And that's not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
And like what he does with Motionless in White, like they have their formula, but like I was very like, I remember sending that first email when he said he wanted to work together, and I was very like, listen, like this is who I am. I'm a co-producer. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have a say on all these things. This is my team.
Yeah.
Do you want to be part of this or not? And I mean, he was absolutely like he was down for it, and I'm glad we worked together, because on my team, and something that I would love to learn, but I never find the time, is like electronic sound design. But he just absolutely crushed it. He's phenomenal in that way. So, I mean, I definitely said my piece and said what I wanted, but he had his own ideas, and I'm glad, because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have songs like I Wait for You to Fall or Cut Your Teeth, because like the chorus of Cut Your Teeth used to be And I Wait for You to Fall. So this is not working. And, we had to take that out. I wrote a whole new song around Cut Your Teeth as my compromise. And then he forced me to write a new chorus. And I was glad. And that chorus, like, literally just happened like that first take. I was like, okay, that was like, damn, that was easy. But like, he really, you say when, in my camp, we're like, leave your ego at the door.
Oh, you always have to, yeah.
But also, if you're really emotionally attached to something, that also is kind of the ego coming in.
Well, yeah.
And you have to let it go. And he's like, listen, we'll go on this path. If you don't like it, we can always just, hit the undo button like 40 times.
Yeah. Well, every artist has a vision, but when you go into the studio, like sometimes you just like, and this is something I think even like most mixing engineers will like rant about. Like I know Glenn Fricker from Spectre Sound has talked about this a lot. It's like, it's like you have like you create this awesome guitar tone that sounds awesome to you, put it in the mix. why does it sound like shit?
It's just not working with everything else in there.
Right. Yeah.
It's
so
it's a balancing act when it comes to the mix.
Yeah, and then
and all that.
Yeah, and then when you fix it and you send the like first revision back, and the guitarist comes back, why did you change that? I liked it. I liked it that way. And it's like sometimes you gotta like just let the have your vision, of course, but like let the producers like do their job because they know a thing or two about like.
Yeah, the biggest thing was with our sound design. Like he would put in sounds that he thought were cool, and I'm like. That sounds like you are like, you know, like just silly examples. It's like, it sounds like you're just like beating someone with a rubber tube. Like we can't, I'm sorry, but like the visual that sound gives me is not good. Like there's this, okay, for example, there's this Canadian electronic artist named Rez. She's like dubstep, but like a lot of dark electronic music. She has some songs where it sounds like someone's drilling into your teeth, and I can't listen to the songs because I have like dental trauma. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I can't listen to, like, I literally get
headphones are on. I'm like, why am I hearing it in my dentures? You know?
And I mean, her music's cool. She's like a trailblazer. They opened up a Grammy category because of her. She's iconic.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, no, like, I don't like these sounds because they sound like these things. And they don't invoke an emotion. They actually just, like, annoy me, you know? And, and then, like, and it's just like, well, like, I don't have dental trauma. Like, I don't think it sounds like a tube. You know what I mean? But it's just like, well, like, no, but, like, you have to think of, like, it's my music and it's my audience, and like, you know, it's crazy how certain sounds evoke certain visuals.
Yeah.
And if like, I'm always down to experiment, but I think like they should really evoke an emotion, not like give you a flashback to your childhood being beaten over the head with like a tube. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So
like bonk like this.
Yeah. Just that's just an example. Like I'm definitely embellishing like a situation, but like
no, but like
it was always just like a good, you know, it was a good compromise. But like he definitely. Because we were, you know, like we'd wait so long to get in with him. And then when we got in, we were very crunched for time. It showed me like very good executive decision making. But, you know, sometimes like I did have to like forfeit to like the betterment of the song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was I learned a lot. Like it was a great experience with him. Like when we were in the room together, it was awesome. So.
Yeah, that's the thing is like sometimes like, you might not like all the decisions that are made by the producer for good reason. Right? At the end of the day, it's your call. Yeah. But, you know, it's always good to know that when they do make suggestions that they do work sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's always good to have a producer you trust.
Yeah, and it was great because the first song we did together was Losing It, which became the bonus track, and we did that song in like 2 days.
Yeah.
He's like, wow, that was like really fast. And I'm like, well, like, yeah, like I'm trained vocalist.
It kind of worked.
Like I rehearsed and I like, you know what I mean? Like I brought everything to the table on that, and he was just like, oh, okay, like let's work together more. And then we did Lighthouse, and that went by really quickly. And then he's like, yeah, let's just do the whole album together. And like, you know, just because of his schedule, like we wanted more time and we wanted to do more songs, but we would have been waiting another like 2 years. Like he's a man in demand. So we're like, let's just wrap this thing and like move on. I'm ready to do
I've had some of these songs since I was in my 20s. Can we please finish the goddamn album?
Please.
Well, now the songs are done and they're coming out, or by the time people are listening to this, it has come out. You've got a live show as well coming up for a full release in July in Oshawa.
Yeah.
What songs off of this album, as you start to prepare for that, are you dreading playing live? Either for like technical difficulty, like it's easier to do in the studio, or for emotional difficulty, like this is just really hard to do. Period.
I don't know. I've started rehearsing the songs. I don't know. I can't answer this until I actually play the show because we're playing all of them. We're playing all of it, all 9 songs from the past few years, and then just like some stuff off of Martyr and a cover, which like Cody essentially bullied me into, and I was like, okay, fine, we'll do it.
Do we get a spoiler on what cover that is? No. Keeping that tight-lipped on NDA.
I'll make sure there's video of it and people get to like see it eventually.
Well, okay, can you tell me this much? Is it going to be one that people have been asking for, or one that people would expect you to cover?
It's like expected and unexpected. It's like, oh yeah, okay, I can see that. You're a fan of that band, but also like, man, out of all the things I thought you'd cover, that was like the bottom of the list for me. You know what I mean?
So does that mean I should be telling Colin that you have not covered that ABBA song yet that he's been telling you about?
Which one?
I forget already, but it's like we had it on one of our Influencers episodes, but it was an ABBA song.
Oh, ABBA. No, I'm not. Not
ABBA.
I'm never. There's some artists that you should never try to cover. That's like ABBA, Queen, Backstreet Boys. Like I just don't think no one else can sing Backstreet's Back. No, that's their goddamn song. You know what I mean? Like, why are you covering this song? You look a fool. I'm sorry.
Lindsay's back. All right.
No, like just, oh dear God. You look up cringe in the dictionary and that example is right underneath the description. So like, yeah, so we've just been, we have like the album coming out this week. Like we're recording this on the 16th and we have a big listening party like going on with like the album people and everything. Yeah. And then, the week after that, like, it's like, I know I have to do our own orders out of my apartment because I'm a crazy person. And then I can like fully focus on this show and giving it my all. But it's been a tough road. Like I've had health issues. I've had to go back to the gym. I complain about it every day. My partner is so patient with me. Yeah. Physically, I've had to get really back into shape and take care of my flesh prison because like if I don't, I am my own instrument. If I'm not doing that, I'm going to struggle. Like we played live. We did Juno Fest in Hamilton in March. And we weren't told there was a fog machine on stage. And I have like a little bit of asthma. And then he just cranked it during our set. And I nearly blacked out during the middle of our set. And I was just like, man, like this is tough. Like it was just one of those moments where it's like, okay, like I have to take care of myself. But also I feel like the universe is like, yeah, but like, do you really want it? Like, do you really want it?
And it's like, do you really want to? Like,
you sure you want to do this? Like, because like, and I was like, well, middle finger to the sky. Yeah, like, of course, I'll go back to the gym. I'll not eat shit anymore.
Like, but that McDonald's tastes so good, honestly.
Oh God, I can't do McDonald's.
No.
just like the vegan cupcakes and stuff like that. It's just as you get older, your body can't do what it did in its 20s. So, I'm going to see how it goes over the next few weeks, but it's definitely been, it's been challenging. And I'm very much like, I can't, I'm a one at a time. I'm a one big project at a time person. And I think it's just my autism compartmentalizing. Like I can't even think about the live show right now. I just got to see the album to the finish line this week.
Yes.
And then once I'm there, I'll be like, okay. So if you ask me about this like end of next week, I'd probably have a better answer. Cause then I'd be like, oh, this song's a bitch to sing, but I don't really fully know yet.
I'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll see.
But with the album, like once it comes out, what songs are you hoping that fans will resonate with? As my cat wants to chime in too. Cody, you have a question here? Yes? Okay. So what songs are you hoping that fans will resonate with the most off of this album?
Whatever they resonate with, I just hope it finds the people who need it. And even if it's the whole album, if it's just one song, like, I hope that it gives them some kind of comfort or clarity, whatever that may be. It could be an album that wakes you up out of the horror that you're going through, or you've gotten yourself out of it and now you just need someone to understand you. Whatever it is to the listener, I just hope that it brings them something.
Yeah. Or if not any of that they at least have a great sounding album that scratches the right part of their autism brain.
I hope so. I feel like for like every metalhead, there's something in here. I mean, I'm probably going to get slaughtered on Reddit for saying that. But like, that's the bowels of humanity. So that's on you if you're spewing shit there.
Let the 4chan gremlins like argue about this shit.
It's like, sorry, you don't have to go touch grass. But
grass? No.
Oh, God forbid. No, sunlight.
I sizzle.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, but I really feel like whatever music you're into, or like if you like electronic, classical, metal, there's like something here for everyone.
Oh yeah.
So if they so decide to listen, if anyone takes the time, I'm just grateful.
Yeah. Now, normally, because you remember this from the first interview that we ever did, that my usual like end of the interview question is, what if you could be any cereal box character, who would you be? Which I think your first response was they're all annoying, but that's fair.
They are.
That's very fair. So I think now because you're on so often, I have to change it up. So I think the best one I could say is, what is objectively the best hummus?
Oh.
I'm keeping you on your toes here.
Okay, so they finally caught up with like everything. I don't know. They find like the fact that like this wasn't thought of 5, 10, 15 years ago, but like dill pickle hummus.
Dill pickle hummus, really?
It's the best. I haven't found one yet that I don't like, but just like making hummus with like pickles and pickle juice, like that's genius. Like, thank you for whoever thought of that. I'm grateful.
Hopefully they're listening to this podcast. Thanks. Awesome. Lindsay, thank you so much for coming into the studio. Thanks so much for chatting about this. Harrowing, out now wherever you can get your music. Links are down in the podcast description for you to check out. Listen to the album and let us know what you think. Lindsay, thanks so much for joining me on the show. I appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me and letting me be sassy and swear. It was fun.
It's always fun.
You just listened to MRP, the Metal Robot Podcast.